It is the biggest weekend of the year here at WHAS11 Studios. The 70th WHAS Crusade for Children is back, and we are so excited. Saturday and Sunday, you'll get live performances, magician and DJ spotlights. The focus, of course, on all the kids with special needs who benefit directly from your compassion. We'll take you to Ballardsville and PRP, Cordon and Paristown, featuring firefighters from across Kentucky and all their efforts from Litchfield, Shelby, and Nelson counties. The list goes on. Our studios here in downtown Louisville, they are being transformed as we speak. It is the moment our Crusade staff has waited for all year long, and they are ready. This is the weekend when your donations amount to millions of dollars for local kids, and there's nothing like it. Well, if you are headed out this weekend, whether it's the Crusade or anything else, do not forget this traffic alert. Right now, a live look at I-64 ahead of that major closure beginning tonight at 8. It's going to last for the next 2 weeks, so you do not want to be thrown off by this. Take a look here. It's going to affect just about everyone in Jefferson County. Tonight at 8 o'clock, I-64 West will shut down from the Watterson to Story Avenue and last until June 16th. Meanwhile, road crews will repave the interstate, replace guardrails, and repair the Cochran Hill tunnels. And while the project is ongoing, you're advised to take the Watterson to I-71 or I-65 and then get back onto I-64 in the junction. Once this work is finished, crews will then reverse everything. They will close I-64 east to start that same type of work on June 16th. Despite that closure, emergency crews want you to know they are ready for any situation. St. Matthews Fire and EMS Chief Nick Clark said his team will rely on several resources to get around town. That includes MetroSafe dispatchers, the GPS systems in their car, and traffic dashboards in every fire station. Chief Clark says they will also take alternate routes like I-65 or Frankfort Avenue if they had to head downtown, but he is asking for your patience.
And understand that we deal with this kind of stuff all the time, and that there's no reason to have real huge concern other than it's going to take you a little longer to get from point A to point B.
Again, that closure starts at 8 o'clock tonight. It'll last 2 weeks. Westbound 64 between Watterson and Story Avenue. And do not forget, the westbound lanes on I-64 at the Sherman-Minton Bridge are going to be closed right now. They are expected to reopen on Monday at 8 p.m. If you're trying to get into southern Indiana from Louisville, it is suggested you take I-65 north to 265. A TARC bus crash near Preston Highway has killed one woman who rear-ended the TARC bus earlier this morning. Police told us it happened around 9:45 on the 2900 block of Preston Highway. That crash happened as the TARC bus was at a pickup stop. The driver and female driver were taken to the hospital, again, where the woman who was driving the car on the back end died at the hospital. The TARC driver and their passengers are okay. Churchill Downs laying out new guidelines for safety after 12 horses died at the historic track in the last month. 2 deaths alone on Derby Day. The new initiatives start immediately, and our Taylor Woods and photojournalist Ian Hardwitt explain.
Twilight racing at Churchill Downs. On the same day, the track announces changes to protect horses after a string of deaths since April, something that has disturbed race fans.
I can't take it. That's how bad it hurts me. Because they try so hard and give it their all.
The new safety initiatives include purse payouts limited to top 5 finishers, horses being restricted to 4 starts over 8 weeks, with some of them now ineligible to race for poor performance. Matt Hegarty with the Daily Racing Forum told us it's a start.
All the trainers are willing to do whatever it takes if they can try to figure out a way to reduce these injuries to a level that's at least manageable.
The Federal Horse Racing Integrity and Safety Authority also announced its oversight will include collecting additional blood and hair samples for all fatalities. An additional federal review of state necropsies of the horses that died. Horse racing fans believe it's a good move.
I think it'll help. I think it'll weed some out. I really do.
Racing journalists told us these measures were reasonable decisions to reduce the amount of injuries and deaths.
To make sure that some horses that might be at risk just based on their past performance history rather than their veterinary history might be eliminated from racing.
Horse racing fans at Churchill from all over insisted that the safety of the horses matters to them.
Anything they can do, like I said, to just continue to improve the health of the horses is good.
The changes started immediately, just in time for twilight racing and the first post time of 5 o'clock. At Churchill Downs, Taylor Woods, WHAS 11 on your side.
Our focus team's been looking into the series of horse deaths over at the track and in the industry as a whole. To see their full investigation, you can head to our website, WHAS11.com.
He was living his dream. Now those dreams are coming to an end.
In Scott County, Kentucky, heartbroken communities honoring the life of Deputy Caleb Conley. He was killed in the line of duty just last week. Every seat in the Scott County High School gym was filled as family and friends shared stories about him. Fellow officers said his work ethic was unmatched. His sergeant finding regret in all of the extra shifts he asked Deputy Conley to work, realizing now that was time taken from his family. But his mother said her son's ambition was to serve even as a little boy.
Since the age of 3, he would desire to become a police officer like his father and his uncle. He wanted to be just like them. So we cut down a gun belt for him to wear, made a tan uniform with patches.
Following the funeral, a miles-long procession escorted Deputy Conley from Georgetown to his hometown of Cynthiana, where he was buried. The sheriff's office has started a fundraiser for the family called the Deputy Caleb Conley Memorial Fund, and you can find that link to donate on WHAS11.com. Meanwhile, the suspect in this case, Stephen Shing. His case will now be sent to a grand jury connected to not his, but the shooting and thefts which occurred shortly after the attack on Deputy Conley. The judge says there was enough evidence for that case in Fayette County. Shing has pleaded not guilty to all charges. The coroner has ruled a man's death accidental after he went overboard near Captain's Quarters Sunday morning. 57-year-old James Ballinger was a well-known civil rights attorney in Louisville. After days of searching, his body was found Tuesday night.